Hello, Blue Fleet. Welcome to Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Part 1. I thought it was called Prosecutor's Path. I think that might be the Japanese name. But in the UK, apparently this is Prosecutor's Gambit. I have heard, through various and sundry sources, that this is the best of the duology. Excuse me. No, I've heard this is a pretty good game, which is why we're playing this instead of playing Sausage of Justice first. So, I am just going to very quickly tweak my microphone settings. Who are those sources? You're pretty sure they're very cute and smart? It's Reddit. It's Reddit. Hold on. Okay. I think that's sort of the tracking out. Yeah, there we go. Hi, I'm using the Chibi model as well tonight. I'm using the Chibi model for this one. I've been just using this Chibi model all week now because I'm kind of in love with it. It's very expressive. Okay, so let's jump on in. Chibisu, yes. I'm very chibi. I am incredibly puntable right now. So, start from turnabout trigger. Oh, okay. Curious. Let's see. Oh. It's a plane. Here he comes. The presidential plane descends from the western skies, bringing a message of peace. It's making its final approach and lands right on Gourd Lake. Uh-oh. Just listen to that crowd. Welcome, Shengfa. Welcome, Mr. President. And now, sir, your audience awaits. Honoured friends and allies, I'm here today to deliver a message. The odious criminals that dog my beloved nation are no more. Thanks to the prosecutor's office of your great country. Yippee! That's me! You have our most heartfelt gratitude. However, friends, do not forget. The battle against evil rages on. Here today, I make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. Ah! Oh no! Ah! How's that? That better? Call the prosecutor's office. Get Miles Edgeworth here right away. If anyone can solve this, he can. Yep, that's right. We throw on the coat Hazama style. Of course we do. Okay, so we're at Gourd Lake. Interesting. The news must be halfway around the world already. After all, it's not every day an attempt is made on the life of a nation's president. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as the prosecutor. I came as soon as I got the call. The moment the phone rang, I knew it was serious. Is that Gumshoe talking? I think it is. Why are you giving him question marks for a name? What? Why? We haven't gone through 5 games with this guy. This absolute unit for him to be called 3 fucking question marks. God fucking damn it, Capcom. I want to speak to the manager. I want to speak to the president of Capcom right now. We haven't gone through all of this together for him to be labelled 3 question marks. Thank goodness you're here, sir. This is Dick Gumshoe, a detective of the local precinct. He's the one usually assigned to my cases. They probably speak Japanese. Okay. Dick Gumshoe, respecto! Yes, as you can tell, I've been taking elite English lessons from Miko-chan. Because now I know how to go, I know how to Freedom Lady go. Right? I know how to Freedom Lady go. Yeah. I can go Freedom Lady. Yippee! He's the one usually assigned to my cases. How is the president, detective? We still don't know, Mr. Edgeworth. The medics just boarded plane a few minutes ago. I see. I hope he's alright. Then I suppose you'd better show me the scene of the crime instead. Right away, sir. Hey, Hades, how we going? Hey, I said hey. Yeah, you, Ruffles. Who the fuck's this? Who's that? Whoa, who the fuck is this? You're the prosecutor in charge of this here case, ain't you? Want to give me your first impressions? Anything strike you all as odd? No comment. Detective Gumshoe, with me. Come on now, Mr. Prosecutor, don't be like that. Mr. Edgeworth, wait for me. Who the fuck was that Goku-looking ass? Now, Detective, I'll need the facts of the case in as much detail as you can give me. Well, the scene was right here at Gourd Lake, as you already know. Fuck me, that guy's a unit! Holy shit! Jesus, look at the size of this motherfucker! Oh, boy! He kind of reminds me of a cross between Slayer from Guilty Gear and Leo Whitefang from Guilty Gear. He's like Slayer and Leo did Yaoi, and this is the child from the Yaoi. I know some people will be very happy with that theory as well, because, like, they just want to be, like, thrown around by a very barra man. Yeah, I'm talking... If you're watching Kuro Hazuki, I'm talking about you. Don't even try to deny it. Because I know what you like. I mean, to be fair, Hades, to be fair, if Kuro was in chat right now, his response to that would be, yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. He would have no argument against that. Excuse me. A bunch of people will gather to welcome the president of Shangfa. You like the official names for the most part, personally, depends which ones. He's so dramatic, look at him! Look at him! Now he's G from Streets. Now he's G from Streets. What is this guy's deal? Oh dear. I've heard that he went from Dijun Huang to Dijun Wang. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Is it kind of like when you get someone who's Vietnamese and their name is Wen, but it's spelt Nguyen, but you pronounce it as Wen? Is it like a weird name like that? When I say a weird name, I mean to someone who's like from Asia, a name like Smith must be kind of strange. Oh yes, my name is John Smith. I have come for your artifacts. They belong in my museum. Dijun Wang. Yes, I read about his visit. It's been all over the news for days now. Okay. Oh yeah, I've changed the organizer. The organizer is now on Y because E plus a number key does things to me. Like, when chat bullies me. Ah, why you bully me, chat? I'm just a little guy. Why do you do that for? Ah, you wouldn't bully me. I'm so small and cute and helpless. Do you see? It's pretty neat, huh? Chibisu Kaise also has special emotes. Yeah, this avatar has lots of toggles built into it, so it is not a free use avatar. It costs to get the license to use it, but it's not very much. It's about £15 UK, and it's by the wonderful Hexose, who did the model that I very first streamed with Mark 1. Probably most famous lately for Made Mince Chibi, but has made a lot of models, and all of them are super high quality. Like, being able to... That's probably why I've been using Chibinsu so much this week, because, like, oh, I'm using a Hexose model again. Fucking yes, mate. I'm well happy about that. Yeah, but if... it comes with 10 eye toggles, and then I believe that there is also... yeah, it's shift and number key. Gives me the other toggles. Look, I'm smart now. Hehe. Yeah, there's a lot of toggles. This one's probably going to get used a lot. What? Where's the logic? Where's the logic? Where's the logic gone? I don't understand. It's great. It's really fun. It was raining up until just before he landed. Luckily it let up and he went on stage as planned. And then smack dab in the middle of his speech. Bang! A gun goes off and everybody runs for cover, terrified for their lives, apparently. Apparently. Truth is, I only just showed up myself. I don't know a lot more than you do, sir. You were summoned on short notice as well. Sure was. Right in the middle of my day off. I was at the office taking advantage of the peace and quiet to prepare for my next case. And then the boss himself calls you to see. Never a dull moment, Mr. Edgeworth. The boss? Yeah, Chief Prosecutor was right here in the park. Saw the whole thing. First chance he got, he yelled at the top of his lungs. Get me Edgeworth right away. He's the only man for the job. Something like that. I see. Oh, they called the perimeter of the park off as soon as it happened, you'll be happy to know. So our would-be assassin is still here somewhere. Who summons Gummers in the middle of his day off again? He absolutely did. And yet, he showed up anyway. He showed up anyway because Gumshoe is a G. Gumshoe is an absolute G. You're in trouble. You need someone you can depend on. Gumshoe is there. We don't deserve Gummers. We really don't. We really don't. Like, he's like a kind and attentive husband, unlike the erstwhile and forgetful Phoenix. I think we should divorce Phoenix and just marry Gummers. What do we think, chat? What do we think? Edgegum? Gumworth? Do we ship it? I kind of ship it. I mean, it would be... I kind of ship it. But Gummers is already taken by Maggie. Yeah, but... I mean, that's what a polycule was for, right? And all you ought to do is find him in the middle of that crowd before they strike again. You're right. We don't know what else our culprit might be planning. These people are in danger. We don't have a moment to lose. Let's begin with the basics. Search your Richard Cramsey for clues, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Precisely. The president was shot at, which means a gun was involved. That's our first clue. Alright, duly noted. Detective Gumshoe. How exactly was the security detail surrounding the president's speech organised? Well, sir, our officers were mainly focused on securing the perimeter at the park. The president's people took charge of the rest. He has his own team of bodyguards. See those guys over there? Maybe we should ask them a few questions. If I want to talk to them, I'll need to walk over and press space. Okay. Music's a bit different. Is that fucking thing still there? I'm sorry. Sir, President's bodyguards are in front of the plane. Ah, so they are. I should walk up to the bodyguards and press space to talk to them. That's still there. Oh my god. Could I help you? You're one of the President's bodyguards, correct? Could you tell me how a security detail was arranged during the speech? Two of our senior operatives were attached to the President to rescue at the stage. It's in our first rodeo. If anything suspicious in that crowd, we'll spot it right away. Okay. I see. So the President's security was tightly orchestrated for the duration of his speech. Okay. Let's investigate further. We should speak with other witnesses and continue to look over the crime scene. We can't afford to leave any stone unturned. So that's how you'll go about it, huh? Sure is something seeing the pros at work. Gotta share a little about what happens to that information once you get a hold of it. Bystanders. This one seems persistent, but I can't afford to get distracted. Hey, Ruffles, ask you a question, dang it. What happens next? Well, we put all the information together and try to find connections, right, sir? Detective! Oh, don't be so hard on the poor guy. So, connections, you say? And what next? Well, I guess you'd say we connect the dots. Connect one piece of information to another. It's Mr. Edgeworth's forte. He's a logic master. I can view what information I have with Q and then connect them with T. I should try it now. Just a quick press for Q, and we'll be off down the path of logic. Oh yes, let's expose the game mechanics. It's not like we just come from the first game. Okay. The security was tight, but it was still shot at. I mean, the obvious answer is it's part of the security detail who's tried to plink him. They also put a tutorial in. You know what? That's fair. I mean, they've kind of bundled two games that were released like, what? What? Huh? What? What? What are you... How's that a twist? How's that a twist? It's so obvious. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. It's not a twist. It's like the security detail is incredibly tight. If they'd have seen anything weird in the crowd, they'd have noticed immediately. Ergo, it has to be someone within the security detail who's tried it. You know, it's the only thing that makes sense. How's that a twist? Huh? Huh? I don't understand. How's that a twist? Ah! I don't understand. How's that? How? Okay. Despite the president's tight security, the perpetrators still managed to carry out their attack, completely undetected by a contingent of highly trained bodyguards, no less. No mean feat. This would have taken some serious planning. In other words, the assassination attempt was almost certainly premeditated. That's the stuff, Mr. Edgeworth. The old logic never fails, huh? Indeed, all we need to do is find the right clues and make the right connections between them. Make the wrong connection, however, and we'll only wind up further from the truth. Which means I must make well-reasoned connections if I intend to draw logical conclusions. Like, the only other thing that it could be is a rifle from a long distance, but we already know that it's a revolver, right? Because we saw the revolver come up in the intro to the case. So, a revolver effective range is probably going to be up to an absolute maximum of about 200 meters. So, I mean, if we assume that they are within 100 meters, that's probably a bit more reasonable. I mean, 200 meters is pushing it. You know, it's probably more likely to be about 100 meters, but... Let's get this investigation started. Time to examine anything that looks suspicious. To examine things, I simply need to walk up to them and press space. With 200 meters, they need a hell of a scope. Or they just need to be some guy from Turkey with glasses. Like, I'm pretty confident he could do it. There's all these people walking up to the Olympic shooting podiums with their JoJo poses and their high-tech gear looking like fucking ghosts from StarCraft. And there's just some Turkish guy with his hand in his pocket. He's like, I shoot target. Yes, I shoot. And target go boom. That guy was fucking insane. I mean, well done to him. Yeah, I mean, he did really well, considering he just rocked up, hand in his pocket, he's like, I'm just gonna, like, shoot stuff. Alright, whatever. You know, he's the John Wick of Turkey. He is, hang on a minute. I'm going to, ask a question. What's the Turkish equivalent of the name John Wick? Okay. There we go. I'm asking someone who's actually from Turkey. I've asked him what is the equivalent of the Turkish equivalent of the name John Wick, right? And I'll let you know what he says, because that's what we're going to call that guy forevermore. And if I wish to speak with the detective, I should use T. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, Y is now the organizer. Okay. No! I was as surprised as you, sir, but there's no mistake in it. It's the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai, warrior of neo-early Tokyo. It's a popular TV show. Old, young, it doesn't matter. It truly has something for everyone. Beats me while that Steel Samurai balloons a welcome party for a foreign president. It is a little odd, although now that I think about it, what better hero to represent our nation? I don't think this is a new thing, Edgeworth. I think this is Larry's old inflatable from 1.4. It's just been stuck here in Gord Lake ever since. No one's cleaned it up. No one's cleaned it up. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Okay. There's a bullet hole. There's nothing of interest here. There's a bullet hole. It's the flag of Shengfa. The key motif is a blazing red phoenix. Wait, what's this? Something the matter, sir? You don't see it, detective. There's something unusual about this flag. Compare it with the one on the other side of the stage, if you will. Oh, that's a beauty right there. Just look at it flapping in wind. It's immaculate. Exactly, which is how a flag should look. And yet, here we see quite a different picture. One thing in particular stands out, don't you think? Right, of course. I give up. Spilt beans. You can lead a horse to water. I'll just have to move the cursor to the problematic spot and highlight the difference with T. Okay.
Take that!
Look closely. Do you see the hole? Oh, look at that. You're right, sir. And note the burn marks around the edges. That's a bullet hole. There's no mistaking it. Wait, are you telling me that bullets leave burn marks in things they shoot through, and that ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun? Really? I never would have guessed that, Ace Attorney. I never would have guessed that. You've never told me that ballistic markings like the fingerprints of a gun ever before. It's never been mentioned in this series ever. What's the step ladder? What's the ladder? What's the step ladder? We'll only cover that topic 10 more times in the series. Gotta do it for players who know jack about guns. The thing is, as far as I understand it, the ballistic markings thing is actually like old science now. You can tell what type of gun a bullet was fired from, but you can't tell exactly what gun it was fired from. So I think that Ace Attorney was based on the science as we understood it back then. The science has kind of progressed onwards since then. However, it's forensic science, which means that Emma Skye might be involved, and that's a good thing. So for the minute, we'll allow it, because it might tempt her back in. And if she's going to walk on in, I will be the prosecutor's path. As well as the dead-leaving messages that have been written by their killers. So what about if someone who died in the next... Ace Attorney 7, right? Ace Attorney 7 starts off with a case where the victim has inscribed with their blood the full lyrics to Mr. Brightside. And then Phoenix is like, oh my god! Oh no! My client is the lead singer from The Killers, and the victim has written Mr. Brightside in their blood. Oh my god, the Killers are the Killers! How could this be? Absolutely terrifying. We can't have this. We can't have this. No. Reading up on the poor laws, eh? I'm not familiar with those. I'm not familiar with those. Okay, anything else? Breaks your heart, doesn't it? It does. What villainy could have befallen him? Witnesses said he popped right about when the gun went off, which would strongly suggest that a bullet struck the balloon. Oh, okay, so it is a new inflatable. I genuinely thought this was the same inflatable that Larry had up for the samurai dogs. Some people really hate the poor. Yeah, that's the landed class. That's the gentry. The landed, the gentry. The poor are their enemy. I mean, if you want a good analogy for all of that whole thing, go watch is it A Bug's Life with the ants and the grasshoppers? Amazing analogy. I love it. We love to see it. Looks like we got a case of cold-blooded samurai murder on our hands. This is sacrilege. I won't rest until the culprit's been apprehended. Detective, we can't let this vile assassin escape. We won't, so you can count on it. Okay. And I think I've gathered enough information for the moment. Time to put the pieces together and see what we can figure out. Okay. Too busy watching Tale of the Blood? Amazing! Yes, I was. I was much too busy with that. Tales of the Blown, Episode 4, Food Feed Fury. How will we fend for food when the food feed fund has been frittered away on flip-flops and fronded ferns? Yeah. I used to know the entire script for the 4th episode of Tales of the Blown off by heart. Could recite it from memory. Like, every now and then, if I want to give something a really stupid name, like if my cat's being an absolute moron, I'll call him something like, oh, hello there, Musuplanug. Oh, hello there, Musigniscup. Hello, Gingoskavot. Hello, Gingunkungadunk. And it's just, my wife's just looking at me, it's like, have you been on the cheese again, husband? Shinsu, have you been on the cheese? And I'm like, I had some really fucked up dreams last night, mostly because I had, like, Stilton almost immediately before bed, and I was tripping balls last night. When they say that cheese gives you messed up dreams, they are not joking. Okay, so there is a bullet hole in a flag, and it seems highly likely the balloon was popped by a bullet too. Which means 2 shots were fired, right, sir? Possibly even 3. The president was shot at as well, remember. Equally, the hole in the flag and the hole in the balloon could have been made by the same bullet. What we need to know is how many gunshots there were. Okay. Alright, so on with the... Ruffles! Ruffles! You'll figure something out, huh? Care to share? Who exactly is she, and why does she keep shouting at us? Rubbernecker, I guess. Seems pretty interested in case. Come on, give me something here. We do need to speak with some witnesses to find out how many gunshots there were. Fine, let's see if she can tell us anything. Okay. So, she looks like a camper, but then she's got a bear trap on her backpack. Why the fuck has she got a bear trap? There you all are. Tabby Lloyd at your service. I'm looking into the case for, well, just me right now, but... Looking into the case? Miss Lloyd, was it? To prevent bear attacks? To catch some bears? Well, what can you tell me? Any exclusive details you want to share? Translation name is Nicole Swift. Okay. How about the perp? Have they made any demands? What about them ruffles? What's a fella buy a cravat like that?
Hold it!
Will you be quiet for a moment? I'll be asking the questions here. Dang, yeah, I thought I could get me something juicy for my piece. I need to know about the shooting. Can you tell me how many gunshots you heard? Why, I most certainly cannot. I beg your pardon. I can't just be handing out leads for free. That's just my livelihood. Oh, come on, don't hold out on us. We all gotta share sometimes. Me? Hold out on you? Well, if you're going to be like that, I'll be moving right along. Goodbye. Oh, she's very mad. But she's kind of... That's kind of a cute expression. Wait for what exactly, huh? Huh? If you got nothing for me, I'm gone. We're fresh out of moves here. Out of moves? I wouldn't be so sure. Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? What, are we gonna, like... Hang on. Are we about to play a game of chess? I seem to remember seeing something with chess pieces in the literature for this game. As you know, Detective, I like to play a little chess. Oh, okay. And what does one do in chess when an opponent adopts a defensive position? Why, the board offers any number of options, but some are more effective than others. Sorry, sir, but this is all going way over my head. No matter how impenetrable an opponent's defense may seem, it can always be overcome. Do you know what else would be going over Gumshoe's head? A knight. If Gumshoe was, like... What the fuck is that? Give me a second, guys. I just heard something really weird outside. What the hell was that? Someone's got one of them beefy motorbikes. One could make a stupid joke about the double sense of bears and gumshoe. Or, hang on. Wait. Does Tabby Lloyd fancy gumshoe? And the reason that she has a bear trap is because he's a big, pretty bear. Oh. Well. Okay. Interesting. Maggie's got a competition. Watch and learn, detective, as I shatter my opponent's resolve with the power of words. Okay. When attempting to draw out an entrenched opponent, one must employ certain tactics. Let us picture the board and see if we can anticipate our adversary's next move. Now we must analyse the state of play. You ain't getting nothing out of me, not until you give me something in return. Okay. My opponent has dug herself in deep, her defences won't be easily broken. But I can't afford to try her patience by taking too long to plot my next move. In other words, I must be conscious not just of my strategy, but also the passing of time. Oh shit, man. That said, I can't afford to waste words either. In fact, it can pay dividends not to. If my opponent gets too agitated... If you're fixing to ask me something, you don't want to ask it already. I may be able to gain a tactical advantage by calmly biding my time. Then, when I see a crack in my opponent's armour, I pounce. Now I should begin by finding out what it is that she does. Alright, time to make my opening gambit. My opening prosecutor's gambit. What is it that you do? Why don't you begin by telling me about what it is that you do? Sure. Well, I can totally not do that. Think I don't know when to keep my mouth shut? That's my job. Is it now? So you do something you won't or can't tell anybody about? Shut up! I ain't no lawbreaker if that's what you're insinuating. Don't you see? There's nowhere left to hide. I'm not really sure what you're getting at here, Ruffles. Curses. I should have picked my words more wisely. Okay. It's more effective to bide my time the more agitated or upset my opponent seems. Oh, I see. Okay. And when they're vulnerable, that's the time to go on the verbal offensive. Okay. I'm a law-abiding everyday citizen. You have no reason to say otherwise. Forgive me, I meant nothing by it. If it's something you can't tell me about, I imagine it must be very important work indeed. Huh? Well, sure, I guess. Leastways it will be also back my first big scoop. Huh. I see. It's a scoop you're after. So you're a journalist, is that correct? Dang! Sure. I'm your friendly neighbourhood reporter. The hungriest cub on the beat. That's the mystery of what she does for a living solved. Perhaps our hungry young cub has gathered information vital to the case. Let's make that our next line of inquiry. With the opening moves concluded, the mid-game approaches. What else does she have to tell us? At the time of the incident, were you present at the scene of the crime? Come on now, Ruffles. You ain't gonna give little old Tabby something first? Absolutely not. Then I ain't giving you nothing either. You think I'm a sucker? Think again. Bide. Come on, this is my career we're talking about here. You gotta give me something. Sadly, the more you know, the more you might find yourself in danger. I'm scared. I'm a pro. It takes more than the sound of a little gunfire to faze me. You heard gunfire, did you? Heh. You may be a pro, as you put it, but I'd say you're still a little wet behind the ears. You say you heard gunfire, which proves you were here at the time of the crime. Therefore, you must have seen something. Oh. Double dang. Fine, I was here. I saw it. Came to report the big speech. Wound up reporting a shooting. And you won't get no wrong with that. I'm done with your tricks, Ruffles. If she came to report on the event, she must have made a record of some kind. A record I'd very much like to get my hands on. This is quite the clue as to where to take the conversation next. You're a reporter, which means you must have been making a record of some kind. If you got more questions, you gotta give me something first. That's the deal. I am not in the habit of making deals. Now tell me what I need to know. Sorry, Ruffles. Can't help you. Time to deploy my clue. No self-respecting reporter would leave the house without means of putting things on the record. So tell me, Miss Lloyd, where is yours? It's the tape recorder. Hey, Of course I made a record. I told you I'm a pro. Dang near wore my shoes out running around on this one. Which is why I'm not about to just hand it over to the first person who asked me. I am not just anyone, young lady. I am the prosecutor in charge of this case. Don't listen to young lady me. You ain't getting it. No matter how many times you ask. You understand, don't you, Ruffles? Ain't nothing personal. I understand that your job is a difficult one. You do? Well, ain't that sweet? And in such a competitive field, you must sometimes doubt that you'll ever succeed. No, I'll go plenty far, I'm sure of it. Yeah. Just as long as I got my trusty tape recorder, I'll always be ready to make me a scoop. Play me that tape. Heh. Intriguing. A young reporter hungry for success. So dedicated to her craft that to leave such an important event unrecorded would be unthinkable. And indeed she did not. She committed the entire event to tape. Ah! Dang it! This is my scoop you messing with, my big break! Fine, sure. I recorded the whole darn thing. It's all right here. You got me, okay? Checkmate. That's kind of a neat mechanic. You're something else, Ruffles. I was trying to be all strong and silent, but you had me sing like a canary. Never mind that. Now play us the tape. Yeah, I think I must have misunderstood when he was saying about when to bide your time beforehand. So now I see what you need to do. It's very Art of War. It's very Art of War. You know, make your enemy commit to something and wait in readiness for them. Then surround him. Know yourself, know the enemy. 100 battles, 100 victories. Now play us the tape. This should finally tell us how many shots were fired. Fine. You can hear it, but I got conditions. You played me like a fiddle, Ruffles. Only the chief ever played me so good. So you got to agree to be chief number 2. And be mentor to a rising star, aka me. Chief number 2, huh? Kinda like a second parent. That's a big responsibility, sir. And one more thing. I want exclusive reporting rights for the first 24 hours. Come on, you gotta say yes. What kind of mentor wouldn't give his star pupil the exclusive, huh? She's a difficult woman to refuse. And I need to hear that recording. 24 hours is more than I can promise, but the story's yours until the case is solved. Do we have any detail on her at all? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Hang on. Dad? Dad? You came back from the store! You got the cigarettes and the milk. Excuse me, let me just have a swig of water. But he drank the milk. No, he didn't just drink the milk. He mixed it with whey protein powder and a lot of it. And then he lifted bicep weights for about 20 hours solidly. Then he drank the milk. Bro is huge. And the job of chief number 2? I think not. Ah, you're no fun. But I guess a girl can't have everything. All for the sake of the scoop, huh? Alright, you get yourself a deal. I got exclusive access starting right this second, Ruffles. Good. Then our first order of business is to listen to that tape. Okay. Okay. What voice should Wang have? What voice does Wang get? Like, deep and booming? I think he... Deep and powerful? Yeah, I think probably the same. Armor strong! Senator Armstrong. I thought you meant Armstrong as in Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist.
Honored friends and allies, I am here today to deliver a message. The odious criminals that dog my beloved nation are no more.
You never watched or read FMA. Brotherhood is really good. Like, really, really worth your time. Like, I don't like reacting with like, oh my god, how can you not have watched that? Because it's like, you know, there's a lot of reasons why people don't watch or see or read things. But Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is really good. Like, I will say that unreservedly. I enjoyed it immensely. The President's speech. The President passionately addresses the assembled crowd, as if trying to shake off the reports of his declining popularity by sheer force of will. That there's me! Can't be a little live commentary to set the scene. The meeting is scheduled for just after the speech, correct? He seems pretty pleased to be able to put the whole Yasugarasi situation behind him. As well he should be. This is a great day for all of us. Whose voices are these? Oh, there were these two old guys standing right in front of me. Oh, I thought that was her voice. They were whispering to away to each other the whole darn time. I know their voices from somewhere. Wait, the part with the gun goes off is right after this. Okay. The President thrusts his fist in the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch.
The battle against evil rages on. Here today I make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice.
2 gunshots. What the? Ah! Okay. So, 2 shots were fired. Yep, and that tells us something. He does fit the Senator Armstrong bill. So, wait, hang on. President Wang, you must stop this.
Making the mother of all omelets here, Miles. Can't cry over every egg.
Dun 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 dun. Investigating the scene of crime. He was just like me. He was in video games. You gotta go, Hades? Yeah, no worries. You take care, and I will hopefully see you soon. We are back tomorrow with Fields of Mystria, and then we're playing Me-Side on Sunday. So, yeah. On YouTube, there is actually, like, a whole assload of upcoming streams that I've added already. I've basically planned next week as well. Okay, no, you take care. Have a good rest of your day. And if I don't see you before, have a good one. Yeah, take care. Something very important indeed. It allows us to deduce the trajectory of one of our bullets. Of the 2 shots fired, one hit the President, which means the other must have passed through both the flag and the balloon in that order. Okay. I see. Which, as you can see, allows us to deduce the position of our shooter. The only possible place from which a bullet could have been fired through the flag and into the balloon is... Oh, this is... Hang on. So that's the balloon, that's the flag. I think it's this one here. Hang on, do we need to get this, like, bang on arrow? Do we need to get this bang on? I think it's this one. Before I press it, can you help an old man out? Am I about there with it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one. Has to be, right? I'm pretty confident it's this one.
Take that!
Drawing a line between the flag and the balloon gives us the trajectory of one of our bullets. Oh, right, okay. And place our shooter on the left-hand side of the spectator. I thought we had to draw it like to... I thought these were like people in the crowd for some reason. I pointed at a barrier. I thought these were dudes. I mean, I overcooked, but I still came out with an omelette. Oh, that's the wrong one. It's ah? No, it's this one. Ah? Hi? What? You're a genius, Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, I'll need to examine the left side of the spectator area. Roger that, sir. So you need me to clear all those people out of the way, I guess. I do, and what evidence remains to be found may already be deteriorating. So I'll need you to be quick about it. Yes, sir. Chief! Hey, I'm talking to you, Chief. I suppose you mean me, Miss Lloyd. I surely do. You gotta help me out. This is my forte. I'm the best crowd herder you ever did see. I'll prod, pummel, and push him wherever you like. A very kind offer, but I think a less hands-on approach might be preferable. Also, about this chief business, I am nobody's chief. What do you say, Mr. Edgeworth, sir? Your wish is my command. I somehow doubt that. So hang on, is she the equivalent to K in this game? The flagpole did it. Oh, you son of a bitch. Here you go, sir. All ready for you. Miss Lloyd cleared everybody out just like that. You should have seen it. Oh, you ain't seen nothing. The chief, my other chief that is, she sent him running twice as quick. She sounds like quite a formidable character. Perhaps I should go easier on the poor girl. Thank you, but you really shouldn't have. All that running around. Your clothes are covered in mud. Allow me to pay for the cleaning. It's the least I can do. Huh? You mean my jacket? I don't you be worrying your pretty little head about that. It's reversible. All you gotta do is switch it around. And alakazam, no more dirt. On the outside, perhaps, but you'd still have something of a problem with the inside. We're ready to get back to the investigation wherever you are, sir. The crowd has trampled the entire area. Oh no! Come on, not this asshole again. We'll be lucky to find any traces of our shooter at all. Okay. Well, this is quite the situation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Edgeworth? Need to examine the sign. Okay. Who is he again? It's Payne, Mr. Edgeworth. Winston Payne. We work together at the prosecutor's office. He's a prosecutor? What brings you here today, Mr. Payne? What indeed? Why, the only invitation of the chief prosecutor himself. His voice. I recognise it from the tape recording. Was he one of the men who was standing in front of Miss Lloyd? And where is the chief prosecutor? He had to leave, I'm afraid. He's a busy man. They let him, and only him, out through the cordon. So he had me summoned on short notice and left before I even showed up? Rude. Okay. This wooden sign looks almost brand new. I imagine it was placed here recently. Excuse me? What's it say? 50 yards to the Gaudy Museum. And 70 yards to the... Oh, never mind. What's the matter, detective? Just read it, will you? 70 yards to the boat house. It feels like a million years since that whole sorry affair unfolded. Fond memories, detective. Yeah, fond memories, sir. What's in the bin? You even got to pick through the trash yourself? A prosecutor's life ain't easy, huh? Detective Gumshoe. Right away, sir. Oh, yeah. We get to groove now. This model grooves really well. Look at me go. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Oh, Gumshoe. Oh, Gumshoe. I love you, Gumshoe. Gumshoe, my beloved. This ain't Edgeworth's game, it's Gumshoe's. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's cash money right there. The faithful detective scrambles through the garbage with the prosecutor looks on his hands unblemished. Let's see now. Come to the papa, little treasures. Is he enjoying himself? Bingo! A popsicle stick. Not long the jokes have got these. Detective. Sorry, sir. Relevant evidence. Huh? I think we got something. Good work, detective. Let's take a closer look, shall we? By examining pieces of evidence from all angles, we can uncover hidden details. We sure can. Just tell me which way you want it, sir. We can rotate the item with the arrow keys. If you want, I can move it closer or further away too. I can use Q to examine an object up close, and Y to move out for the bigger picture. And when you spot someone, just say the word. And I can point out suspicious areas with the cursor. And press space to inspect them more closely. Alright, let's see what we can discover. So it's a pipe bag, huh? There's a gun! This is a document of some kind. Okay. So lead Rook, second knight. Rook has been repositioned in light of knight's injury. Okay. Less cover for Lakeside now eyes in this area. Knight to immediately escort present to play in case of emergency. Stay frosty, we know who might be in the audience. Do you think it's Tequila? Is Shelly Tequila coming back? Oh, great. That motherfucker. What are we looking at here? Presidential security plan. It's a diagram of the president's security arrangements. It shows how the president's bodyguards were positioned. It even has people's names on it. Rook and Knight. So his bodyguards aren't natives of Shimtone. I heard he uses some private security firm. Give me just a second, guys. But why not employ people from his own country? I know why not. You want to hear a little tabloid exclusive? Bronco Knight was named Horace Knightley and Ethan Rook became Bastian Rook. I suppose. Bastian is definitely a more castle-sounding name. You know. So, if Bronco Knight was Horace, if he was a girl, would he be an Umasume? You really know something? Sure I do. I was over at their embassy not so long back sniffing out a story. While I'm there, one of my sources tells me that the president's got more enemies than you got hairs on your head, including a bunch of bigwigs in the National Police Force. Interesting, so he's unable to trust his own domestic law enforcement. I wonder if one of these enemies could have been behind the attempt on his life. Okay. But what was it doing dumped in there in that bag? You raise an interesting point. It's a document relating to a matter of national security, which should be highly classified. There's something else in here. A gun. My. It's got a scope and all. What's a gun doing in there? Sir, this bag. It's got to belong to the... Yes, it could well have been disposed of by a would-be assassin. A revolver. It would have taken a lot of nerve to dump it here in the middle of chaos. 6-shot revolver. Okay. Could this be the work of a professional? That would explain the security plan too. I think we need to take a very close look at our latest find. We need to look at the chamber. We can see that there is... Hang on. Interesting, there's only one shot has been fired. You see, look at this. Hang on, let's zoom in. Look. Wait, no. Oh, wait, no. There have been 2 shots fired. I thought there was a bullet in that one, but it's not been cocked round. So, for the minute, it's safe. Alright, fair enough. 2 spent bullets in the cylinder, matching the 2 gunshots heard in the recording. That proves that this must be a weapon that we used. And a scope. This is a laser sight. Oh, it's a red. It's a pointer. It's not a scope. Okay. It can be lined up with the target to make aiming a bit easier. If I press this here, yup, definitely a red laser. Could the assassin have used a laser sight to target the president? Okay. Interesting. That bag was a real finder. Just goes to show. A bag in the end is worth 2 in the trash. Nice work, detective. Now, there's something else I'd like to ask you if you don't mind. I need you to take the bag and the gun to forensics and see if they can find any prints. On it, sir. A good set of fingerprints could really help this investigation along. Got the results for you, sir. That was quick. You bet it was. Told the text it was ultra super high priority. But they came up empty. And they checked everywhere. Inside and outside, top to bottom, sir. They even took the bullets out of the gun and dusted them. I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. Okay. You're with one of the news channels. Yep, could help you. You must have footage of the event. Do you mind if I take a look? All of a sudden, Gumshoe's competent. Gumshoe's always been competent. And sexy. Those are 2 things Gumshoe has always been. Phoenix just makes him look bad. Ara's going full on Sisters of Battle mode. Ara's fetching the multi-melter, and the heavy flamer, and the castigator, and the penitent engines, and then the castigator again, and then the penitent engines, but this time as a unit of 3. And then we're going to get that, what's it called? That missile launch, which is basically a massive fuck-off church organ, which is hilariously over the top, but very cool. Yeah. In case you don't get the jokes, in 40k, the Sisters of Battle hate heresy. More than anything else. If they think there's heresy afoot, they will burn it. If they think one of their own is being heretical, they take all of her armour away and send her into battle naked with a gigantic sword to meet her death with some penitence. They are insane, just as everything in 40k. And yet, they are also very muscular and very hot. So, yeah. Let's move onwards, I think. Wish I could help you, but that might be a little tricky. Why is that, pal? You got a problem doing your civic duty or something? No, it's just that my camera was knocked over in all the panic, and now I can't get it to work. That footage would have helped immensely. Just our luck. What's this? Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! What the? You look like you need a little help, Mr. Edgeworth. Who's this? I know that voice. Oh, it's Kay! She's back! Honestly, I only feel like for 2 seconds. But don't worry, your hero's here to save the day. That's right, the one, the only, Kay Faraday. She's farted on her finger again. She's having a good sniff. This expression really disturbs me. Like, it genuinely looks like she's just enjoying the hell out of the smell of her own finger. Hero? Only you would give yourself a title like that. So you're not a great thief anymore. Not right now, but it's not like I quit. I'm just on sabbatical. Okay, fair enough. I'm taking the time out for intensive training. Being second in Yatagrasu didn't come easy. Kay helped me out on a few occasions about 2 weeks ago when I was working a case. Okay. The case of the Yatagrasu, a mysterious thief who seemed to appear and disappear at will, and who claimed only to steal the truth. She calls herself the second Yatagarasu, the successor to the so-called Great Thief. There's not a lock I can't open or a trap I can't escape. When it comes to stealing, well, I'm still in training, but I'll get there soon enough. What are you doing here, Kay? What do you think I'm doing? Oh, I've been enjoying the festivities, of course. I suppose you did mention being fond of such things. And afterwards, I was thinking of dropping by your office to see you guys, but now I don't have to. Good to see you, kiddo. You're as bright and breezy as ever. Hey, Gummy, how you been? You're looking pretty full of beans yourself. So, Kay, are you really here to save the day? Yep. Prepare for your jaw to hit the floor. Your best pal in the world here only went and took pictures of the whole shebang. Did you now? Then you better show them to me. Wow, your jaw didn't even drop an inch. What's a girl gonna do to impress you, huh? What's a girl got to do to impress Edgeworth? I was gonna say, like, the best way for a girl to impress Edgeworth is to be Phoenix Wright and then to show Edgeworth your penis. Right? I think that's about the only thing that's going to do it. I mean, I'm not saying this to be lewd or crude or whatever. I just think that's the only thing that's actually going to impress Edgeworth at this point. And even then, like, Phoenix just kind of whaps it out in front of Edgeworth and goes, "Hold it!" And Edgeworth is like, "Don't mind if I do, Feeny Poo." And then Yowie happens. And then all of the Fujoshi in chat are just like, they're literally just like, "Oh!" And that's the story about Ace Attorney Yowie by me. The fact I can do shit like this with this book. I've got too much power at my fingertips now. I know, right? Mr. Prosecutor is about as much fun as a dang toothache. Won't even let me call him Chief. Oh, I'm forgetting my manners. Tabby Lloyd, ex-reporter. At your service. Nice to meet you, Tabby. You're right, it's no fun at all. This one timey. You two can chat later. Okay, can I see those pictures? Boo, fine. Here. Okay. I took this one right when the gun went off. Okay. So, you've got the two security guards. So, these will be Rook and Knight, I suppose. I'm guessing that he's going to be Rook because he's got a very castle looking head, and then he looks kind of like he's got like a horse's mane, but he also looks very disturbingly like someone else that we've had the very distinct displeasure of dealing with. Can you guess who I mean? Can you guess who I mean? It was total chaos. People running everywhere. The president and his two bodyguards. You cannot. Oh, well, wait until if we get to voice him, you'll see soon enough. The names on the security plan were Nice and Rook, I think. What's that? Thank you indeed, Kay. I think you provided us with a vital clue. Oh, wee! Your eyes just look like a pair of damn Christmas trees. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, can you tell the readers what you spotted? A contradiction. A what now? I don't see nothing strange. I think I see. Rook repositioned in light of Knight's. So yeah, that's Knight. Rook is there. Okay. Right, okay. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Allow me to show you. This picture shows the moment of the incident, but another piece of evidence shows something different. Does it now? Let's carefully... You see? You think you see? The only thing I can say is the bullet trajectory, because if the bullet's gone that way, why is there a dot on his head there? You'd have to twist your almost entire body around to manage that. Wouldn't you? I need to highlight the point of contradiction. And then employ my powers of deduction. First, to find the contradiction in the photograph. Okay. Yes, this is it. I'll simply press T to make my deduction. Now, to present the evidence that proves the contradiction. I think it's this one.
Eureka!
Okay. I mean, you have just said it's really stupid, so I don't feel quite so bad. It's even dumber. Okay. If you say so, sir. I can't see anything myself. You don't see it. Something so obvious. That's a contradiction in itself. Mr. Edgeworth, you know if you made a mistake, you can just tell me, don't you? A mistake? I've done no such thing. And I'll prove it to you. So it's his forehead with the dot on it. It's not the bullet trajectory. No, it's not the security... Hang on, did I play the security plan or the bullet trajectory? Which one did I use? I put the security plan, so I think it's the bullet trajectory. I think I got the two mixed up. It's very, very dumb. Okay, so level with me. Is it the bullet trajectory? Because I meant to play this one. It's not the bullet trajectory. So is it the Steel Samurai? Is it this? It's primary school level of dumb? I mean, elucidate me then, Aaron, because I'm all out of ideas here. Oh no. It's the photo. What, the photo of him? The photo of him? Because there's no red dot in the photo. What? But this isn't a photo of him at the speech. What? There's no red dot on the photo, but he's to visit. He's not here yet. How would... What? Ah? I'm trying to compute... okay. Because you see no red dot on case photo, but no red dot on other photo? I mean, if the game says it's a contradiction, I suppose that it thinks it's one, but there is no contradiction here. Because this is not a photo that was taken at the time of the shooting! Capcom! Ah! What? I'm incensed and outraged. You have no idea how cross I am right now. Alright, we'll play it.
Eureka!
Look closely at the picture of the president in this newspaper clipping if you wouldn't, Slide. Now look at Kate's photograph. Compare the two carefully. Huh? What am I looking for here? Well, I'll be. Indeed, there's something on the president's forehead. Something that wasn't there in the other picture. What is it, some kind of birthmark? Yeah, the guy's got a big red birthmark right on his forehead. I'm still trying to find out where the contradiction is here, guys. This is one of the stupidest Ace Attorney moments I've seen so far. I highly doubt a birthmark just sprang up there since the other picture was taken. Did he get bit by a bug then, maybe? Guys, you've literally just seen a revolver with a laser sight. Come on. Have we all suddenly turned into Larry Butts? Yeah, that's it. That right there's a big old bug bite. And here I thought it was something important. The look on your face. You should know that the road to the truth is paved with just such seemingly trivial details. Ooh, again with the face. Alright. Truly note, Chief. A photograph of the president at the exact moment the incident occurred. It's because you can technically meet Kay before you pick up the gun. Oh, fair enough. Okay. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Did you like my big entrance? Thought I really am your hero now, huh? Well, your evidence helped things along, certainly. Hey, I'm the second you asked Grass, you remember? All a day's work. Kinda wish I could have showed you how far I've really come with the whole great thief thing, though. The training you mentioned. About that. Don't worry, I haven't stolen anything yet, I promise. So the whole great thief thing's just on hold, for now anyway. That's a relief, I suppose. Yeah, I want to get out there and start stealing back the truth like my dad. But I've still got a ways to go with my training. And I need to find some partners in crime. I hope she means that figuratively. I can't be the only girl in the world looking to pull off the most daring heist ever attempted. True, but not many people are looking to pull off a career in larceny either, I'd wager. Okay. Yep, no doubt about it. If you compare the pickaxe to the newspaper clipping, the red birthmark sounds like a sore thumb. That's a contradiction, alright? Indeed, though I very much doubt it's due to a birthmark suddenly appearing. Oh, that reminds me. I might steal that line of yours. The road to the truth is paved with seemingly trivial thefts. Funny, I don't remember that being the exact sequence of words I used. Why just rob a house when you can rearrange the furniture too? You may call it rearranging, but I call it irretrievably corrupting. Okay. So. The television truck appears to be stuck in the mud. Reminds me of the time I pushed your car out of that ditch, sir. Then you just drove away and left me there. Gotta admit, it felt kind of lonely. Did I do that? I think I might have. You came back, though, Mr. Edgeworth. Only left me there in the mud for maybe 15 minutes. I know you didn't forget about me, sir. Of course I wouldn't. Barring those 15 minutes, anyway. How dare you? No. Goodbye. Good fucking bye. I'm deleting the VOD. Goodbye. I'm very cross with Edgeworth right now. To the pit with him. No. We're not giving him that luxury, Arrow. No, we're not giving him that luxury, right? We need to think of somewhere else to send him, right? Like, somewhere lower than the pit. So, how about we cast him into the fire of Khazad-dûm? Was that the name of the... No, Khazad-dûm was the Thane under the mountain. I can't remember. My head's muddy from medication. So, basically, the fiery pit that the One Ring was forged in. Let's cast him into Avernus. Avernus? Wait, we're really throwing him into the Paradeus base in the Mount Doom. I thought it had a different name. I thought the actual cavern itself had a different name. Or am I thinking of the tower that stands atop it? I might be thinking of the tower on top of it. Was that? I'm thinking of the tower. I mean, I'm in the right geographical locus thereabouts. That's Barad-dûr, right? Got you. I should know that. I got my locations mixed up. Is Khazad-dûm Moria? Am I about there with that? Well, I hope right, okay, I understand. Right, okie dokie. I can't, but yeah, let's throw him into Mount Doom. The area in Moria with the Balrog. Okay. It's the area. It's basically you beat all of the other 7 world warriors, and then you go to Khazad-dûm and fight Balrog. How are these Street Fighter 2 jokes working? Hit, miss, more miss than hit. And then Bison comes out and no one wipes the floor with you. And then Akuma just casually teabags Bison. And he's like,
Ryu, you are fighting. Now we make out.
And then Yowie happens. There's a lot of Yowie going on tonight. Okay, back to the game. So, I think we've gotten everything we can around here. I mean, it's the Yowie of Christmas. Yowie Claus appears. I have solved the mystery of the red birthmark. Really? So it wasn't a bug bite? No, what we're dealing with isn't something that would itch for a day and then disappear. It is, in fact, the beam of a laser sight that our killer was able to shoot the president square in the forehead. And shortly after this picture was taken, a second shot rang out. Yeah, that's going to do more than itch. Indeed, I fear the president may be in even more danger than we thought. And that gun we found was the weapon used in the crime. Okay. Why'd the perp use a laser sight, though? He's right. He sounded like crazy or something like that. Pew, pew, pew! It's not like you can just go around shooting lasers all over the place. No, and anyone who saw it could trace it right back to the shooter. Seems like a pretty bad idea all around. Oh, I almost forgot. I took a couple more pictures. Maybe the laser sight's in one of them. It's a long shot, but it's worth a look at least. Alright, Kate, let's see these other pictures. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Let's see. First up, here's one I took just before everything started going south. It might be more useful to us if half the frame wasn't taken up with your face. Oh, Edgeworth, you look so happy! Look. Wait. I see. It's this person here in the red hood. Look, can you see the red dot on Winston's back? Hey, can you blame me for wanting to get a selfie with the president? Lucky for you, this was right before the gun went off. And this one I showed you before is just from after the first shot was fired. The second shot came just seconds after this. Then there's... What's this? I can hardly see anything. I got knocked over when everyone started running right after that last picture. Guess I must have pressed the shot by accident. Not sure this one's going to be much use, kid. It is, because it shows us this guy. And that's all of them. Okay. Time to take a closer look. Let's examine the picture from before. Yep.
Take that!
There, I see it. What is it, sir? They weren't trying to assassinate the president. They were trying to assassinate Winston Payne. He's completely forgettable to the point where someone's just like, "No, you know what? I want this motherfucker out of my universe." Yeah, they missed because they forgot. He's so forgettable. They forgot they were trying to assassinate him. It's like, let's just get the purple guy. Hold on a minute. There we go. What is it, sir? Look closely at the person with the red hood. Oh, there it is. Indeed, that's our laser sight right there. So that's our perp. The one in the red hood must be. The shooter, yes. We found him. All thanks to yours truly. Indeed, you led us right to the greatest treasure of all, Miss Great Thief. The truth. Hee. You may have captured our would-be assassin in one of your other pictures too. Let's take another look. Okay. Is the person with the red hood here somewhere? Yeah, they're right there. Okay. There's an item like that in Transformer IDW. A suitcase made to be immediately ignored. If you hide it behind people, no one will see you. Oh, interesting. IDW. IDW, Tanya! Ah! Hey, G-Men, how we doing? Welcome, welcome. Excuse me, I just need to dunk on some people. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, he's here.
Take that!
One of your friends is named Gwen. You mixed it up. What happens if you put, like, if you go up to Gwen and say, fancy a game of Gwen? And then I was like, actually, Gwent is mid. So I don't even know why I made that joke. Anyway, a red jacket. That must be our suspect. Looks like they took advantage of the confusion a bit. They get away. Luckily, we can see exactly where they were headed. Ah, the samurai dog stand. Precisely, which means they escaped towards the right-hand side of the spectator area. Detective Gumshoe. On it, sir. Consider it cleared. Good, I'm counting on you. You've heard Gwen twice, one a lady from Arthur's story, and a female panther friend of Drizzt. Drizzt Do'Urden. From, I can't think what the name of the series is. It's a D&D adjacent series, isn't it? He's the Drow Rogue, is he not? We have you now, my little Red Riding Hood. The entire park is cordoned off, and we know which way you went. Now it's simply a matter of hunting you down. You know what? He ran towards the samurai dog stand. Ergo, I've solved this case already. This is Larry Butts. This is Larry Butts right here, ladies and gentlemen. He's gotten so fed up of womanizing and trying to chase after one dream and another, he's just turned to straight-up murder. Oh, Larry. Where did it all go wrong? Larry used to be my brother. Now he's someone who just wants to fuck a mother. We have to find him, and we have to finger the Butts and tell him, you are the one who did this crime, Larry Butts. We are fingering you for the crime, Butts. Oh my fucking God. Why am I like this? Now, let's continue our investigation. There's evidence here somewhere. All we have to do is find it. Rifle range? The banner advertising the rifle range has fallen over. It must have been knocked down in the crush. It's covered in footprints too. The crowd must have really panicked. Yeah, know where I can buy one of these. Why would you wish to? Don't tell me you're thinking of writing gunshots and wearing them on your back. What? How'd you guess? You're a mind reader, sir, as that is. It was a joke, but I should have known that nothing's impossible when it comes to the good detective. Okay. One game for $3. There are toy rifles lined up along the counter. Oh, rifle range. I'm good at these, sir. A regular sharpshooter. I thought you said you hated guns. Oh, I don't hate them. I just don't really like them. Isn't that basically the same thing? I mean, I suppose it depends, you know. I'm not exactly a huge fan of guns, but at the same time, as a girl's frontline enjoyer, I am a gun fucker, so that's a whole thing. I'm quite knowledgeable about them. I'm firearms trained as well. If you want any terror-inducing thoughts for the day, know that I, Shinsu Kaiose, a British person, am firearms trained. Gunfucker, yeah. And the thing is, Ara, the girls frontline community, like you have two different names for people who are in that community. One is Shkikan, and the other is Gunfucker. You use one or use the other. There is no in between. There is no in between whatsoever. And most people will just say, yeah, Gunfucker. So, yeah. I blame Seiya for this. I blame Seiya for everything involving that series, though, because, you know, it's always his fault. That's a shoe. The shoe is... Nope, not relevant. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. What's this red-ass thing? What's this? A red button. Hey, do you think... Could it have been dropped by our red-hooded suspect? Yes, it certainly seems likely. Okay. The shoe is not relevant? I thought the shoe might have been. If it belonged to the... If it belonged to the assassin, then I suppose it could have been. It's a flimsy-looking food stand made of plywood. It sells samurai dolls. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I've got $1.50 if you know. You're not actually suggesting I subsidise you eating on the job. Oh, I didn't mean to. That is, maybe when we're done? Fine. When we have finished investigating, you can have one. And only one. Understood? Sorry, sir. I never should have. Wait, did you say I could have one? Yes. Why? Is something the matter? No, it's just, I wasn't expecting you to... Thanks, sir. The bigger red clue. Oh, I see. How did I see the button and miss the bigger red clue? I think we've established at this point that anything that I miss and don't miss in Ace Attorney comes from one of two things. A strong possibility of undiagnosed spicy tisms and or brain damage. Maybe a combination of both. You know, I mean, my brain doesn't function like I would like it to. It functions in its own way, but it kind of doesn't... You're blaming the brain damage? Yeah, it's more likely to be that, to be honest. It's more likely to be that, I think. But I need to actually speak to my doctor and, like, find out, can I get someone to go over with me and just, like, tell me yes or no, do I have brain spice? Yeah, yes or no. You know, I don't want to say I think I do. I say I think I might. But I don't know. I'm not, like, 100% on it. I know I have brain damage, though, because my brain is, well, damaged. Yeah, that knock to the head with a stick did a lot more than I thought it would, to be honest, but... Okay. There's something red down there. Detective Gumshoe, can you see what that is under the stand, please? There's something down here, alright. Let's see. I know I have brain damage. I can point the hole in the radio. A red raincoat. This must be the one the suspect was wearing. Scan. Ah, you can point the hole on the scan. Yeah. Yeah. It's a big old dent. They must have taken it off and hidden it on there before they made their escape. Okay. Don't think there's anything else. Okay. Oh, hold on. Hold on. My God, all the Christmas food is ruining my intestines. We can examine the coat. Okay, let's do that. Oh, I see. Because it's been pulled out. Right, I see. I understand. There's nothing of interest here. I can examine the coat, can I? Wait, I have to examine the sleeve. Yeah, you have to examine the sleeves. The sleeve. It's inside out. The button's missing too. It's very obtuse, isn't it? There's nothing unusual about the left sleeve. Nope, it's not inside out, the button's still attached. It seems entirely too neat to have been removed in a hurry and thrown on the ground. Okay. Ooh! The button we found seems to have come from this raincoat. It must have been pulled loose when the killer took it off. Oh, the rat sleeve's inside out too. It seems it was removed in a hurry, fast enough to tear a button off, no less. I surmise our assassin disposed of their gun in a bag in the trash immediately after shooting at the president. Then they slipped into the panicked crowd and moved from the left to the right side of the spectator area. This was because they knew the trajectory of the bullet would point on the shooter to the left side. Finally, they removed the raincoat and hid it at the samurai dog stand. The killer would have needed to get rid of the coat as soon as possible, hence its hurried removal. The fact that the right sleeve is inside out is a testament to how quickly it was taken off. Yup, that and the missing button. The question, of course, is why didn't the same thing happen to the left sleeve? Oh yeah, only the right sleeve's inside out. Indeed, and the button on the left sleeve is still securely attached. So, what does this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? If we're to answer that question, Detective, we'll need to inspect the raincoat in more detail. The right sleeve is inside out. You can clearly see where the button was torn off. Yes, whoever discarded his raincoat did so in quite a hurry. It's a bright red raincoat, sir. Red as red can be. The sight of it's getting me kind of fired up, I've got to say. Quite the raging bull, aren't you, Detective? That's me, sir. I'm always ready to charge into action. Yeah, so to my defence. Good. Let's take a close look at the inside of the raincoat. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Blood. This is a blood stain. And considering where it's located, I say the blood belongs to our would-be assassin. So we're looking for someone with an injury. Not just any injury, Detective. An injury on their left arm. Huh? How do we know that? It's simple. The right sleeve is inside out, suggesting that the suspect removed the raincoat in a hurry. Conversely, the left sleeve is just where we'd expect it to be. Therefore, the suspect's left arm was never in the sleeve in the first place. And once we understand that, everything else falls into place. Now, Detective, there is a bloodstain on the left side lining with the raincoat because the suspect's arm was too injured to fit through the sleeve. Hold on. Okay. I think it's... Who might be the killer? I think it's Knight. Knight's injury. So if Knight's been... Hang on. Let's look at these photos again. You can't see the left arm, but you can see a collar around this guy's neck. I think it's this guy. I think this guy's I think he's the one who's trying it. And I think, right? There's someone in the crowd who's, like, assisting. I have a very strong suspicion about this guy. This seems like a two-person job. Oh, okay. Maybe the person on stage is not actually Knight at all. It's the person who looks like him. They've released him from jail for 10 minutes, and he's already getting into crimes again. That son of a bitch. How dare he? How dare he? It wasn't enough that he was in the worst case in all of Ace Attorney. Now he's got to show up to haunt us again. That son of a bitch. The pieces are starting to fall into place. It's funny Ace Attorney hasn't done the twin killer yet. Wait, they did. They didn't. Yeah, well, the thing is, right. The thing is, like, you had Dahlia, and then you had, not Dahlia, and now you've got Knight and Luke Atme. That's his twin. Look at his hairstyle and tell me they're not the same person. Detective Gumshoe, I need you to go and search the crowd for likely suspects. Yes, sir. Suspicious characters with injured left arms. Coming right up. You even smiled when you look, Ruffles. Taking more than any piece and put them together like that. You have your man in no time. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. The park is still cordoned off, so our would-be assassin should be in that crowd somewhere. Don't let me down, Detective Gumshoe. Okay. Mr. Edgeworth, we found someone who fits the bill perfectly, sir. We didn't have the assassin, Gummy. Hold on, Kay. It's a little soon to be jumping to conclusions. For the moment, they're a person of interest and nothing more. Understood? Okay, no jumping. But he's our shooter, sure, I'm sure of it. He's the guy who tried to take out President. In broad daylight, surrounded by a crowd of witnesses, this is no ordinary assassin. Bring him over here, Detective, carefully. Yes, sir. Come on, boys, you heard Mr. Edgeworth. It's Shelley the killer. No umbrella and a bandage on his left arm. Well, pal, state your name already. How did I even guess that? Well, he's the only assassin in this entire franchise who is actually an assassin. You know, it's... Like, he's the only conclusion I could draw. And Ace Attorney Investigations has a habit of bringing back characters from older games. So, you know, it makes... Why not him? Doe. John Doe. Charmed, I'm sure. John Doe. Not a name you often hear in real life. That's correct. I know this man from somewhere, I'm sure of it. And you are Prosecutor Edgeworth. You know my name? Of course, I have been following the day's developments with some interest. Now, perhaps you care to explain why you've asked to speak with me? As you've been following our investigation, you're no doubt already aware of what we're looking for. Who we're looking for. So let me ask you, do you recognize this raincoat by any chance? Forgive me, but I'm afraid I do not. I see. Well, I believe its owner to be the would-be assassin we are seeking. My. Well, isn't that just shocking? And this same would-be assassin happens to have an injured left arm. Just like you. All I can tell you is that I had nothing to do with this unfortunate affair. The two adversaries stare each other down, their eyes like deadly lasers. Care to tell the readers what happens next? A showdown, that's what. A battle of wits, a battle of words. Dare I let him explain any further what he thinks this upcoming battle will entail? Sure, let the man blather out. In a battle of wits, you never know if or when the other guy might be lying or just plain mistaken. But if you spot an inconsistency in a statement of theirs, you've got to present the evidence that proves it. And to do that, I'll need to first open my organizer with white and then press T to present my evidence. Oh, this is a tutorial. I thought this was just us letting Gumshoe wax lyrical and have his moment, but no, it's a tutorial. Okay. Well, if there are no inconsistencies to find, then you change tack, press for more information, and see what you can shake loose. Indeed, I can press my opponent with Q. Why don't you show us how it's done, Mr. Edgeworth? Stepping up to the bat, our nation's top prosecutor. Once I am able to quietly gather my thoughts, yes. Okay. Oh, this is a deposition. Interesting. I could understand why whoever wore the raincoat would be of interest to you. But you have no proof that this person is injured as you claim. My left arm may be injured, but I can still use my right. When it started raining, I simply opened my umbrella. No raincoat required. Okay. So you contend that you are not wearing a raincoat, is that correct? It is, and that's so strange. Not everyone wears one after all. I happen to prefer an umbrella. Team Raincoat over here. They're perfect when a girl really needs to move. Heck, I don't use neither. Come rain, sleet, snow or shine. It's my trusty Parker every time. Not exactly the line of inquiry I was hoping to pursue. So you see, I am not your would-be killer. I don't know, I think you are the killer. And I'm not in the habit of making baseless accusations, Mr. Doe. Please, I am just a simple ice cream... Oh my. Well, well. Forgive me, my wound seems to have begun bleeding again in all the excitement. The owner of the raincoat is definitely our assassin. And said owner also has an injured left arm. I'm on to you, Mr. Doe. It's only a matter of time. Okay.
Hold it!
So you admit that whoever wore the raincoat is a person of interest? I know they are. I was able to follow most of your investigation from the spectator area. One never thinks one can get caught up in such an awful thing as an assassination. Oh, yeah, of course you fucking don't. Shelley the killer.
Hold it!
So you'd like to see some proof that the owner of the raincoat has an injury? I would certainly expect such a renowned prosecutor to have some. I still don't understand how you know who I am. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, you're famous. You probably read about you in the newspaper. I have also been observing you in your work, lest you forget. I don't believe a word he says. If I can prove he's lying, we'll be one step closer to apprehending our shooter. I think that... I simply open my umbrella, no raincoat required. Ah ha ha, okay. I don't... Am I overcooking with this arrow? But I'm pretty sure we got a photo of the umbrella closed up. And I think that's a contradiction. Am I overcooking this? I'm overcooking this. I'm overcooking it. God damn it. Okay. It's... Should I be applying Occam's razor here? You have no proof this person is injured as I claim. Don't I? I kind of feel like I do. We should probably actually like save. We haven't saved yet in the stream. Let's go for the obvious one then.
Objection!
It was the obvious one. Okay, Satsuko Kose is lacking. No, it's just farting. Lots. You seem like a careful man, Mr. Doe. But not quite careful enough. After all, you left something behind, something of vital importance. I'm afraid you must have me confused with somebody else. The coat does not belong to me. Or do you claim to have some kind of proof to support your accusation? Your arm isn't troubling you too much, I hope. Your wound seems to be bleeding again. I'll survive, although I can't pretend it's not something of an inconvenience. You have my deepest sympathies, because if it wasn't bleeding quite so badly, you could have perhaps made a clean getaway. What exactly are you insinuating? As we have already established, whoever wore the raincoat is injured, and now I can prove the person was you. With this decisive piece of evidence. That's excellent. No reaction from him whatsoever, but the ice cream is sweating. Brilliant. Brilliant. You see, Mr. Doe, there is a small amount of blood on the inside of this raincoat. Blood that belongs to our assassin. There it goes. Oh, no, it's back. Attempted murder of a foreign leader, causing a diplomatic incident. I'll throw a look at you. You can give us the silent treatment all you like, but we don't need you to talk. A simple blood test will give us the answer we require. All it takes is for us to compare the blood on your bandages with that on the coat, and that will be that. We have the evidence. Why don't you make it easier on all of us and come clean? Admit that you were the one who attempted to assassinate the president of Shengfa. I am not your assassin. You're stubborn, I'll give you that. But if this were a game of chess, you would already be in checkmate. Now do the honourable thing and admit defeat. I will only admit to hands. He doesn't look like a man with no moves left to play. Very well, you have me. I'll admit it, I was wearing the raincoat. He confessed. Say the word and I'll slap cuffs on him right now. But I did not shoot at the president. What? Mr. Edgeworth, the only thing you have proven is that I was wearing a particular raincoat. And as far as I'm aware, that is not a crime. Okay. I am no assassin. I'm a simple ice cream seller. One who happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. I was as surprised as anyone when his bodyguard sprang into action and the shots rang out. That's when the spectators panicked and started running and screaming for their lives. Is that so?
Now, you're finally satisfied that I'm telling the truth?
As if your story stinks. You don't scare me. The evidence is on our side, you know. Look, it's right there, plain as day. The assassin, and they're wearing a red raincoat.
Intriguing, but that is not me.
Oh, come on.
Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, do you really think I was the only one in the entire park wearing a red raincoat today?
I do, actually. But then why? Good luck with this one. Oh, that's not reassuring. But thank you. I'll do my best. Why does he seem so sure of himself?
Hold it!
A simple ice cream seller, but a knowledgeable one, I assume. On the subject of ice cream, at least.
But of course, ask me anything you wish.
I don't know the first thing about ice cream. You know what the most important thing about making ice cream is, of course. Mr. Edgeworth.
Why, the most important thing about making ice cream is to approach it with a virtuous heart.
And what does virtue have to do with anything?
Without proper reverence for the craft, I'm afraid all you'll ever make are sweetened crystals of ice. There, I hope that you now see. I am nothing more than an ice cream seller.
Okay.
Hold it!
Why a raincoat? Why were you not using an umbrella?
Is that so strange? It was a rainy morning. Most people were wearing a jacket of some kind.
Well, I'd say it's a pretty strange choice considering you couldn't get one of your arms into it.
Better that than have one of my hands occupied by an umbrella. I had ice cream to serve after all.
Then why go to such lengths to avoid testifying to that effect in the first place?
Forgive me, I simply hadn't remembered until now. It's been an eventful day after all.
Eventful?
Well, I hardly know what else to call it, Mr. Edgeworth. The President Shing Farm was shot at.
True.
Hold it!
So you saw the bodyguards move before you heard the gunshots?
Yes, if I recall correctly, they moved first. At least the one on the left did.
You're rather observant, Mr. Doe.
I am blessed with keen eyes.
The names of the bodyguards were written in the top left corner of the security plan. And the one on the left was Rook.
That's correct. Bastian Rook, I believe. I expect he noticed the light from a laser sight. The man is no amateur.
Mr. Doe knows a little too much about the business of being a bodyguard for my liking. I'd say our friend here is no amateur either. I'd like you to append what you just said to your testimony if you don't mind.
As you wish.
Hold it!
Okay. So the bodyguard on the left was the first to move.
By the smallest fraction, yes, he reacted admirably swiftly. His name was Bastian Rook, did you say?
It appears you've assessed the situation quite astutely.
No more so than anybody else, I'm sure.
He's good. He didn't even flinch. How does he know that that's Bastian Rook? Almost certainly classified. I think it's that. I think it's that, because it's a classified document. So how does he know... If he's a simple ice cream seller, how does he know the name of a president's security chief? Hmm? Sus.
Objection!
Damn, I am good. As I suspected, you are more than what you claim to be, Mr. Doe.
You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh? Then tell me how a simple ice cream seller knows one of the presidential bodyguard's names. See? Oh, what's this? What is this? Okay. We're just gonna groove for a minute.
What? You jest, surely.
You were the one who spoke their names aloud. Rook and Knight, was it?
Objection!
We only know those names thanks to the security plan. But look closely, only their surnames appear. Yet we all clearly heard you say the name Bastion Rook. How did you come to possess such information? Information we ourselves didn't have. Seems pretty darn suspicious to me. Well, how did you know? Explain yourself. It was merely a slip of the tongue. Another lie. He is the assassin, just like we said. Come now, miss. It is a little soon to be jumping to such conclusions. I did know their names, yes, and the reason for that is... Well... I know Mr. Rocky and I are acquainted. What? We have something of a connection. And his name is... His is a name I could never forget. You think we're stupid, pal? Stop lying. I am not lying. I am, as I have always been, a simple ice cream seller. And an acquaintance of Bastion Rook. Yes.
Objection!
And I suppose Mr. Rook will confirm that. It should be easy enough for him to remember his good friend, the slippery ice cream seller, correct? Please, you are more than welcome to ask him, although I think that might be difficult right now. I would imagine he's rather busy ensuring the President's safety. But suppose you are able to speak with him when he does deny that he and I are acquainted. How will that help you prove I was the shooter?
Objection!
If you weren't the shooter, why take off your raincoat? Because it was no longer raining. In fact, I'm grown quite warm. Far better to let my wound breathe, no? Or would you rather I let it fester? Is he actually going to worm his way out of this?
What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Hurry up and arrest the man. He's clearly guilty. If I were you, he'd be in jail already.
You might be willing to arrest a man without sufficient proof, but I'm not.
No, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. There's got to be something you can do. Shocking scenes here as the culprit seems all but certain to escape justice.
It seems the court of public opinion has spoken. Very well. As I will clearly be viewed with suspicion no matter what I say, I might as well share what I know. What you know? What's his angle here? I saw another person with a red hood. Okay. Are you kidding? It's the person you captured in your photograph. I first noticed them just before the president's speech began. It was still raining then. Their outfit was the same colour as my own, which is what drew my attention. As did the laser beam that aimed directly at the president's head. He's claiming there was another red-hooded person? Preposterous. I knew that if anyone saw me dressed similarly to this individual, I could fall under suspicion myself. And so naturally, I removed my raincoat.
Objection!
So not only did you see the assassin, but they were wearing exactly the same thing as you. Huh. How very convenient. I thought you might find it far-fetched, hence by not mentioning it until now. I know you law enforcement people are very skeptical types. You would never believe me. Especially not if I'd said the shooter was standing right next to a certain prosecutor. Well, I know you don't mean me. I wasn't even summoned until after the shooting. No, not you, Mr. Edgeworth. Your colleague over there.
Huh? Me?
Yes, the photograph will prove it, I'm sure. You see, right there in front of the person with the red hood.
That's me, yes, but what exactly are you saying?
What's his endgame here? As I mentioned, I've been following your investigation with some interest, Mr. Edgeworth. And while pondering the details, I noticed something strange. Strange? What exactly? Come now, a man of your talent should be more than capable of spotting a contradiction such as this. I'm afraid I don't follow.
The picture shows the chief prosecutor, Mr. Payne, and the shooter. But there's nothing weird about that, is there?
Excuse me. Think carefully. The picture was taken right in the middle of the president's speech. One of the other pieces of evidence we've gathered is inconsistent with what we see here. Okay. So this is inconsistent with something else we've seen. That's after the first shot. That's after the first shot, before the second one. If the first shot was aimed there, why has it gone this way, over, like, this direction? It's the only thing I've got is the bullet trajectory. Because, look, if that was aiming at Winston's back, Winston is, like, there. Right. So the shooter's there, Winston's there, the president's there. The trajectory's wrong for the first shot. It's completely incorrect. I think this is the only thing I can think of here.
Take that!
If I'm honest, I'm not entirely sure why, but I think the conflicting piece of evidence is this.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you sure you really want to go around presenting stuff even if you're not sure?
I don't know if this is such a good idea, sir. Fine. I withdraw the evidence. I think it's too late for that, don't you? Oh, it's never too late. Okay, so it's not that. The picture shows Mr. Payne, the chief prosecutor, and our suspect in the red coat. The president's in the middle of his speech here. I need to think carefully about this moment in time. What is Mr. Doe talking about? Which piece of evidence is inconsistent with what's in this picture? A recording of the president's speech, 2 gunshots can clearly be heard. What? Ha? Ha? Before the shooting? During the shooting? After the shooting? I don't get it. It's not the bullet trajectory, which is the only one I can think of. These are correct. This is correct. There's not anything strange about this. I don't get it. This feels like a random bullshit go moment. Chat, can you help me out? Because I can't see a logical pathway through this. But I can't... This is the only one that makes sense to me. Because the shooter's gun is not pointing in this direction. So how has the first shot gone off that way? But it's not this. It's not the bullet trajectory. I'm going to try this. If it's not this, we're just going to have to present random bullshit and hope for the best. Because this is a moment that makes no sense to me.
Take that!
No, it's not this one. Okay, random bullshit go it is. Carefully about this moment in time. Try the recording, I guess?
Take that!
It's the recording. Oh, okay. It does. I don't see that it does, but alright. I mean, this is not the first time that the game has said, hey, this definitely has a contradiction, and I'm just like, where? Where is the contradiction? Of course, the tape, it contradicts the photograph. Ah, so you have noticed at last.
What's he going on about, Mr. Edgeworth?
Someone's missing. Someone who should be here. Really? Huh? But who? Who indeed? The person who is missing from this photograph is... Wait, what? What? The person who's missing from this photograph is... What? K's in the photograph. Present's in the photograph. We think this is... Shelley. But he... What? The person who's missing from this photograph is, well...
Take that!
Alright. Oh my god. Give me a second, guys. So, it's not Shelley. We got a Dino Dance moment? Yeah, we've also had a random bullshit go moment, and we're on to the second one in 5 minutes. Oh my fucking god. I'm just skipping through this text without reading it because the game is mugging me off at this point. So who is not in the photograph? Well, we can't prove that Shelley's in the photograph. Kay's in the photograph. The reporter is recording. So, I mean, are we trying to insinuate it's the person doing the recording? That doesn't really make very much sense. I mean, is it a body double? I'm just gonna like throw like I'll tell you what. Let's Bez a save in there. We're insinuating it's Tabby. This case has had 3 random bullshit go moments so far. This particular game is not off to the best of starts. It's had some pretty good moments, but the first case having 3 completely illogical, brain-hurting moments to try and, like, bull your way through. Please tell me that it's not going to be like this for the rest of it. Please! Alright, we'll try this person then.
Take that!
Huh? Miss Lloyd? How'd you figure that? Mr. Payne's voice can clearly be heard on Miss Lloyd's tape. Considering that he was conducting a private conversation with the chief prosecutor. Oh, there were these 2 old guys standing right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time. She must have been very close indeed to capture it on tape. Oh, I see. So it's expecting me to remember that? Like, give me something in the evidence chain. You can't assure me whether or not it'll be random bullshit go or not. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, so far we've had 3 random bullshit go moments in the first case, though. That's not a good sign. You're right, but she's not in the picture. See, something like this, there needs to be something in the evidence chain to suggest, like, something here saying, Winston's voice is on the record. Winston's voice is on the recording. That would have given me something to work with, but there's nothing in the evidence whatsoever. It's an obscure conversation from an hour ago, and it's expecting me to remember that. Holy fucking shit. Okay. Precisely. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you still believe that you've been hounding the right person? Miss Lloyd, would you mind answering a few questions? Wow, you're fixed to put me under the microscope now? Alright, sure. Knock yourselves out. I got nothing to hide. Okay. It looked like I was standing still the whole time. No, I was running all over reporter style. And that was a big old crowd. Guess the picture must have been taken while I was in one spot and the tape when I was in another. So quit giving me the evil eye. Ain't nothing but a misunderstanding. Okay. There's no doubt about the voices on the tape. That was Mr. Payne and the chief prosecutor. I'm certain of it. Tabby wouldn't lie to us. I know she wouldn't. But if she did, that would mean
that she's our perp.
Will you quit messing with me? As if I could have done a thing like that. Little old me. I might be inclined to believe you if your testimony didn't contain a glaring inconsistency. It does? I thought it was pretty good. Seems I have no choice but to present with the evidence and expose the contradiction. Okay. I think it's this statement. The picture must have been taken while I was in one spot and the tape's from when I was in another. I think it's this one. But I'm gonna save scum my way through this because I don't trust this case anymore. I don't trust this.
Objection!
Alright, fair enough. Miss Lloyd, it's imperative for a reporter not to lie, wouldn't you say? You're dang right it is. And I don't lie. And yet the photograph and the recording were definitely taken at the same time. What? You can't prove that. Oh, but I can. The evidence is right here in these pictures. This one in particular shows something that lines up precisely with when you were making a recording. It's the back of Winston's head.
Take that!
It's not his head. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you actually taking the piss? What? Of course it is. You fucking what? It's something present in the recording that's visible. So are we looking at the fist in the air? Oh, this case is bullshit, man. This case can suck a dick. I'm actually getting annoyed. It's the fist. If this case is setting the standard for this game, then honestly, I'm expecting to be disappointed now. I'm very cross. All right, we'll play the fist, but that is. Oh, my head. I'm starting to get a headache from this. Fuck's sake. All right, fine. Like, the fact that the two guys on the recording, who we could quite easily say, yeah, I know this voice, because we've just spoken to him, are right in front of her. How is that not it? What? Oh, my God. All right. Right, we'll play the fist. The fist which it supposedly is, but like, this is, I will say this like outright, this is some horse shit. This is some actual bullshit.
Take that!
See here, the president has his fist raised. And what about it? Would you be so kind as to play us the tape again? No, see, yeah, it's simple. What if I were to tell you that you don't have a choice? You don't make it easy, do you, Ruffles? Remember, we're concerned with the moment the president raised his fist. Okay. There, that's the moment right there. Correct. We've now confirmed when it occurred in the recording. Which means Tabby should be in the picture too. And she is, right there for all to see. For Miss Lloyd is in fact the person with the red hood. What? So you're our shooter, huh? I'm not even going to dino dance this because this case has irritated me that much. There's no dino dance. No. No. Deny-no dance. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like James May. I put a giant block of cheese on the table and I look with dead eyes into the camera and I just say, cheese. Fucking hell. Okay.
I don't even own a jacket like that.
That's right. From everything we know, the owner of the red raincoat is... Yeah, I figured it was, but I'm going to save here anyway because, like, I don't trust this case anymore. I have lost my faith that this case is going to make any sense. This is, like... Honestly, you want my honest opinion right now? In terms of, like, sensible deductions? We are on par with 3-2 right now. That's not a good sign. Anything being comparable to 3-2 is never a good thing for me. Because I fucking hate 3-2! Why is it always the cases with Luke at me ass looking motherfuckers that fuck me? Why?
Why does he haunt me? Why?
We have already proven that the raincoat belongs to Mr. Doe. You, Miss Lloyd, were wearing something else. Something that also happened to have a red hood. So there were two people with red hoods all along. Indeed, Mr. Doe's last statement was true.
Wait, but we only found one raincoat. Where's the other one?
Our ice cream seller never mentioned a raincoat, only a red hood. So tell us about your jacket again, Miss Lloyd.
This whole thing. Well, the best thing about it, like, you can get mud and such on it. It's reversible, see? So you just turn it inside out and...
Are we really supposed to notice that tiny bit of trim? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Ah! Okay. Okay. Whew. Right. Just as I thought.
The inside of her hood, it's red.
That's right, and when the incident occurred, that's the side of the hood that was visible. What's going on here? What are you really up to, pal?
Wait, I never even wore it that way around,
Perhaps if you would allow us to examine it, we could confirm that for ourselves.
And you're going to confirm that how exactly?
It was raining right up until the president's speech, correct? That much has been established already. And as you yourself said...
Hey, I can't use neither. Come rain, sleet, snow or shine. It's my trusty Parker every time.
If you hadn't reversed your Parker since the rain, then the inside should be dry.
Wait a sec now. I've got this big old backpack on, see, so I can't take off my jacket. Yeah. Maybe I could show you all some other time?
You think an excuse that week's gonna wash for Mr. Edgeworth? Well, what are you waiting for? If you're innocent, take off and show us.
It wasn't me, I swear. I never shot the dang president. I could never.
But you did shoot the deputy. Didn't you? Young lady? If that's true, Miss Lloyd, then your best option is to cooperate and tell us the truth. Is there a particular reason why you chose to wear a parka with a red hood here today?
Sorry, Ruffles. There's something I never told you. Something I couldn't.
Excuse me.
But I'll come clean, I promise. Just go easy on me now, you hear?
What's going on here? Who said that? Who's this? Hold your horses. It's a little soon for the endgame. Ha. Oh, great.
That goes for you too, Mr. Prosecutor. You lost this one the moment you made your opening move.
That's one of the men from Kay's photograph.
Guess I'd better introduce myself.
The hell? Bro!
The name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard.
Revolver Ocelot. Oh yeah? Revolver Ocelot, you say? Well, I see your Revolver Ocelot, and I raise you Flintlock Cat. 2 shots.
I'm second in command of a security detail.
Point that thing someplace else, pal. What the heck's wrong with you?
Sorry, can't help myself. It's just too much fun being this good.
You're not a member of law enforcement, so how did you get a gun?
This old girl's on loan from Shengfa. Temporarily issued to us presidential bodyguards. Anyway, never mind that. I've got 2 tidbits of news for you. You want the good or the bad first? Choice is yours.
I'm indifferent. Whichever you prefer.
Really? You're giving up the first move advantage just like that? Whatever, your loss. Guess I'll push out the first pawn then.
So you play a little chess, I take it?
Ah, a fellow fan are you, Mr. Red Suit?
The name's Edgeworth, and you could say I dabble.
Duly noted, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, I'll start with the good news. The president's okay. Didn't suffer so much as a scratch.
He didn't? Oh, that's a relief.
Particularly for the young lady. That means there's no longer a murder charge on the table. That is good news. Tabby? Yeah, because I'd never... Now for the bad news. The only reason the president's alive is because we bodyguards did our job. One of us did anyhow, our boss. Put himself in the line of fire.
You're referring to your colleague, Mr. Rook?
Yeah, it's game over for him.
No way!
Rook is dead. A genuine loss. So, you're saying that Tabby... Yeah, your friend here killed my colleague, my brother in arms. Oh, heck no, I didn't do it. I didn't kill anybody. I could never. I'd shut my mouth if I were you, murderer.
I don't like this guy. This guy seems like a turbo dickhead. What? Okay.
Sure, we did what we had to do. Sacrifice one of our pieces to protect the king. But to lose someone like him during a castling, it's a real shame.
Castling? What's that even mean? It's a chess term. Very simplistically speaking, it's a move where a rook switches place with the king. Then why didn't you just say so? Mr. Knight, was it?
Yeah, what?
We'll need to see the victim's body right away. And if possible, I'd like to ask the president a few questions.
Sorry, no can do.
And why not?
That's the third piece of news, and it's the piece you're gonna like the least.
I thought you said there were only 2?
The National Police Force of Shengfa will be handling things from here.
What? You better be kidding, pal. This investigation was assigned to us. We're not about to hand it over.
You're the Edgeworth, right? The one who solved the Yatagarasu case? The president mentioned you.
I'm honored to have warranted his attention.
Makes sense the chief prosecutor would assign this one to you.
Wait, did the chief assign me to appease the president?
But that was a mistake. A big one. You should have given the case to somebody with a spine. You're free to take it up with President Wang, if you enjoy diplomatic instance, that is. You're coming with me. We'll continue this on the presidential plane. No. I never did nothing, I swear. We can do this the hard way if you like, but in Shengfa, justice is served one way or the other. Ruffles, come on, you gotta help me out here, please.
Miss Lloyd. She was the one in the red hood. There's no denying that now. But I can't help feeling we still don't know what the whole truth behind this case.
I'm innocent. You gotta believe me.
Can I really let this happen? Is this really how it ends? The look in her eyes, the crack in her voice as she begs me to help her. This is no act by a criminal. She's genuinely scared. And if I let him take her, we'll never know what really happened. Curious. What the?
Get your filthy hands off of...
Quiet now. Is that really any way to greet me? Your neck has barely begun to heal, and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed.
It's you.
Ah, so you do remember. What do you think you're doing, pal? Put the knife down and give it up. He's scooping him like ice cream. You got some nerve pulling a stunt like this in front of a bunch of police officers.
Don't even think about it. You don't stand a chance against this guy.
Who are you really, Mr. Doe?
Let's just say that I'm no simple ice cream seller.
Guy's a pro. A hitman. His name's Shelly Tequila.
Tequila? There's not a legal professional in the country who doesn't know that name. An assassin capable of taking down any target, any place, any time. This isn't the first time our paths have crossed.
It's been too long, Mr. Edgeworth. But of course, this is the first time we've met face to face.
You're the assassin we've been looking for.
In a sense, yes, a certain someone did indeed hire me to carry out a contract, and that contract did indeed specify I was to assassinate President Wang.
I swear I've seen his picture on remote files before, but... Ugh, how could I have been so careless?
My bandage proved useful for bringing a knife into the park undetected, but I miscalculated in certain other regards.
He didn't bring a gun?
Now, shall we play a little game, Mr. Knight? I know how fond you are of such diversions. The stakes must be high in order for it to be fun, of course. Shall we wager, say, your life?
What do you want from me?
I would like for you to allow Mr. Edgeworth to remain in charge of the case.
He what?
What are you up to, Tequila?
I would simply like our mutual friend to see things through to their conclusion.
Huh? But why?
Bastian Rook was a man of great skill, one with whom I felt a certain connection. It is only right the truth behind his death be brought to light. With Mr. Rook's departure, the case is now yours to investigate, is it not, Mr. Knight? I'm simply asking you to transfer that authority to Mr. Edgeworth. It's not something worth losing your life over, surely.
You're just using the investigation as an excuse to get close to the president.
Am I really? I suppose it is true that in order for the investigation to proceed, we will need to enter the presidential plane.
You think I'm going to let you near him? I'm his chief bodyguard.
I thought you were only second in command.
Rook's not around. That means I'm number one.
We are number one. Hey. We are number one. Now, listen closely. Here's a little lesson in assassinati. This is going down in history. If you want to be the killer number one, you've got to chase a Bronco Knight on the run. I'm having way too much fun with this model.
I wonder if you have what it takes to step into such capable shoes.
You? Of course I do. I'm the leader now. Me.
If that is indeed the case, I would ask that you make a choice worthy of a leader. You needlessly throw away your life or allow the investigation to continue.
Is he really doing this to gain access to the president? Does he even need to? What is he plotting?
You have no objections, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth.
I missed that bit. Hang on.
Come, let us continue with the investigation.
What do we do, sir? It would seem we have little choice but to do as we're told. That said, listen, detective, and listen well. I'll buy some time as I investigate. Meanwhile, you gather the other officers, have them surround the plane, and make absolutely certain there is no way he can escape. Yes, sir. You got it. Okay. We have got to the end of the episode. That's probably just as well because my voice is starting to hurt now. Right, let's save there. And then... Is this the end of the... Is this the end of it? No, it's a part 2. It's a 2-part first case. Damn, that's kind of beefy. Alright. Let's pull over here then. Okay. Well, hopefully part 2 of this is going to be a bit better than the first part, because honestly, that was a very frustrating opening case for this game. I'm a bit concerned. Still, we'll see how we go. I'm prepared that it might get better. I hope it does. I hope it does. I've heard good things about this game, and like, I don't want a bad first case to put me off, but like, honestly, first impressions count. Like, especially when you're a grouchy twat like me. Anyway, tomorrow is Fields of Mystria, and then Sunday we're playing Me Side. So there'll be a schedule for the week after. Fandom loves this game. Don't worry about some bad initial chemistry. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I've already pissed the fandom off hugely with my original trilogy tier list. If you go to the Ace Attorney Reddit and just type in my name there, and then tier list, you will find my tier list, and you will see that people were very angry about it. And I get the feeling that after I'm done with investigations and I update my tier list, I imagine people will be even angrier. Because I tend to like the cases people don't like, and then the cases which people say, oh my god, they're beloved, it's like, no, I tend to like, really? Like people are like, oh my god, 2-4, and it's like, yeah, it's mid. Oh my god, 2-2, no, it's mid. 2-3, we don't like 2-3. Actually, no, 2-3 is baller. And as soon as I say, actually, I think 2-3 is better than 2-4, the pitchforks come out, the torches are lit, the guns are loaded, the flintlocks are powdered, and they're after me. And I'm just there, just kind of just like, eh?
Nanda, do not.
Don't do that to me, please. No. Ah! And then I die. Anyhow, I'm going to go rest up, get myself a drink, and some cheese. I have been cheese maxing like mad lately, chat. You have no idea. Like, the amount of cheese I've been consuming recently is just ungodly. So I'm going to eat some cheese. I'm going to trip some balls. For Twitch purposes, I must stress, it's the cheese that is making me trip balls. Because if you eat cheese before you go to bed, I don't know what it is in the cheese, but there is something which makes your dreams really fucking weird. Maybe it's because I had Stilton last night, and that's a blue cheese, it's got mold veins in it. And I am penicillin allergic, so I don't think that, I don't think it would be that. But at the same time, it could have been a mild delirium induced by an immune system response. Not my best move, but yeah. I think tonight I've got some cheddar with black pepper. I might have some of that. Or maybe that with a bit of red Leicester as well. Ooh, yeah, that sounds good. Okay, anyway. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m, Fields of Mystria. Hope to see you there for that chat. But in the meantime, take lots of care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Till then.